Hello everyone and welcome to today's very special phone. Yes, this is the RedMagic 10S Pro, and the reason why the 10S Pro is unique is because I have to show you the specs. So as you can see here, 10S Pro is using the Snapdragon 8 Elite leading version actually. I'm not sure if it's printed anywhere in the phone. No. So the leading version is actually using the same core clock speeds as the Snapdragon 8 Elite for Galaxy. Yes, because the 4 Galaxy version of this chip is actually higher in terms of the core clock speeds. And I'll show you the comparison here with the Galaxy Z Fold 7. So you can see, as you can see, two 4.47 GHz cores and also 6 more at 3.53 GHz. If we compare these core clock speeds with another phone with the Snapdragon 8 Elite, then you can see the difference. Now, this phone is also capable of going up to 1216 by 2688 pixels and 144 Hz refresh rate, so that's actually quite high. And for the memory, we have 12 gigs of LPDDR5X. Again, the RAM amount doesn't really matter up to a certain point, but the RAM speed matters, and you can watch the video at the top right corner here to know why. And then for the battery, we actually have a 7050 mAh battery here, which is surprisingly high capacity. Now, I have actually installed quite a lot of games here, the usual 6 games and also Game Hub, but then I will split all of the tests separately. And I'm not really sure if I should test all of these games because Call of Duty and also PUBG Mobile, it's not going to have any issues running on this phone, so we'll see how things go. And one special thing about this phone is when we turn up here, we have this very special UI that is made for gaming features only. It's actually quite overwhelming because there's a lot of stuff here. And I'm also not going to talk about it here in this video. We'll leave it for next time. And there is RGB strips and also the fan. So if we swipe down here, we can see that we have light strips. So if we turn on the light strip, as you can see here, the X logo and also the RedMagic logo is pulsating in red color. We can actually change it to whatever color we want. And we also have the RGB fan. Yeah, literally RGB fan. The fan, we have 2 modes to choose from, balance heat dissipation or fast cooling, which basically means higher RPM or lower RPM. So for this test, I'm going to disable the light strip. The fan will actually automatically kick in when we're in a game. So let's get started with Genshin Impact first. So in here, we actually have a lot more settings to choose from. Again, it is overwhelming. There are way too many settings, but in today's video, what I want to show you is that we have this mode here to change from Eco, Balance or Rise performance mode. Of course, I will just choose Rise as the highest performance possible. And then for this one is the notifications, how it should appear when we're playing a game. I'll just block everything. And then we also have bypass charging because this phone is essentially using USB PD PPS. So I'll get my power bank here. This is just a green power bank that I have. You can watch our video at the top right corner there to know more about it. It's available in a few different variants, so it kind of depends on what capacity, shape and features you want. And then if we plug it into the RedMagic, turn on, charger separation turn on. The wording of this phone's UI is a bit weird, I agree. So you can see it says charge separation at first, but it's actually charge bypass here. So yeah, you see, that's why I say the UI is a bit weird. So turn on charge separation. If it is turned on, then the phone will only be charged with power, not the battery. This will prevent heat generation. The wording is very weird. Let's go on with the gaming test. So for Genshin Impact, I will be using everything at the highest graphical settings, 60 FPS. Of course, it also has Vulkan API, which is good. And if you see that L coming out, is because of the triggers, which we will also talk in another video. There's way too many features in this phone. So yeah, let's get started. So let's fight this boss, which I truly hate because it has some BS mechanics. I will just use this team. I also have turned on V-Tool scene because I forgot just now. What? I frame the thing because this boss is a bitch. What? I hate this boss so much. Oh my god, I quit. This boss sucks. That boss really has a lot of BS mechanics. I'm not gonna deal with it. Whoever tell me to use the Pyro MC, no, my Pyro MC is built for grass, not fire. And having just one specific character built for that boss is really stupid. You know what, I'm just gonna go to the holiday island, explore there, and that's it. V2 scene got cancelled again. What? So let's just start recording, I guess. What the heck is up with that popping? Yes.
Let's hope you'll put up a good fight.
Heads up! Venture, drop your weapon! Quick as a flash! Hi!
Oh my god.
One fell swoop. Justice attack. Headbutt. Did that grow out of the ground?
I'm not sure if you can hear the fan noise. It's definitely kicking up. I will put the microphone closer. Yeah, that's the fan noise of the RedMagic 10S Pro. I can definitely hear it. It's a very soft hum. It's not completely silent, but it's definitely there. And so far, if you look at the results that we're getting, 35% CPU utilization, 70-something percent GPU utilization, and the wattage is somewhere near 5 watts, nearly 5 watts, but not really 5 watts, 38 degrees Celsius. We'll play along and see how things go. Weird, there's some weird stutter sometimes. Sometimes, not always.
Abandoned property belongs.
How about we explore the area ahead of us later?
Are you serious? Fine. I can't get there. Whatever then. So, it's been like half an hour in the game now, and overall, 60 FPS consistent, not gonna be an issue. Genshin Impact is actually not the most demanding game now, and most high-end phones can handle it 60 FPS, no problems at all. And the mystery phone that we're gonna talk about in a while can also handle this at 60 FPS, no problems. So as you can see, temperature is at 41 degrees Celsius, and I've been in the game for half an hour already. The fan really does help. So yeah, I think we just hit to the next game then. It's funny that when I hit the Xbox button on my controller, this thing comes up. So it's actually very nice that they integrate it this way, but then I can't do anything on the controller to change any settings without using the touchscreen, so that's weird. So anyway, for Zenless Zone Zero, again, we are using the highest graphical settings, 60 FPS. I can hear the fan really kicking in, so that's good. Actually, yeah, it means the fan is working fine. So I'll just change some settings and then we can go do some other things this time. I have actually not done my dailies in Zenless Zone Zero yet, but that's okay. Let's go straight to the flower boss. We'll spend more time in Zenless Zone Zero this time around, okay? So we'll go on with the flower boss first, because this is our tried and true test for any phones actually. We start recording the moment that we hit this screen when Bernice blows her torch. So Zenless Zone Zero, the reason why it's so demanding is because they just render everything in this arena, and this arena is actually quite big, so they render everything. And that is why a lot of phones will suffer with this test.
My blade is already sheathed.
The volume is a bit low, right? Let me turn it up a bit.
Press forward. It's over.
Ooh, that was smooth. Oh my god, I hate this tentacle.
My blade is already sheathed. Purging flash! No room for mercy. My blade is already sheathed.
Usually when we enter this quick attack thing, not quick attack, the chain attack, it will lag. But for this phone, it handles really well. But it is consuming a lot of power though, nearly 8 watts I saw just now. And I think out of all phones, this one consumes the highest power for Zenless Zone Zero. I mean, it has the headroom to do so because it has a fan, so an active cooler is definitely better than a passive cooler. So I'm not surprised that they are really taking advantage of what this phone can do.
It's over. I swear on my blade. My blade. Start right now. My blade strikes. No room for mercy. Don't get hit.
Averaging at like 6 something watts, but sometimes it does spike up, which is still very high, honestly.
It's over. I can take him. The cold is silent. Catch this one. Shadowless blade. Weakling. feeling. I swear on my blade. Yeah. It's over. Charge right now!
This frame rate is excellent. Of course not the best run because this boss likes to do a lot of BS. But yeah, this is real smooth. Temperature, what's the temperature like? I want to see the temperature. 44 degrees Celsius, that's real good. You know what, since we're here, might as well do daily, not daily assault, the shield defense, right? Because it got reset today. And I will start recording when we're in the game. I mean when we're fighting. Fire, physical, electric. So when we are loading in between different stages, then it will definitely have frame dips, so keep that in mind. This is my first time doing shield defense on a phone. And the reason is because it's so smooth, I think it can be as smooth as my PC. Again, PC and phone version of this game is using different assets, different texture files. So it's not 100% comparable, not one-to-one comparable I mean, but the smoothness is definitely something that we have to talk about. Oh my god. My apologies because I usually play this on my ultra wide monitor, not on a phone. So yeah.
My blade is already shooting.
There we go. Again, the frame rate will drop because we are in the menu and loading screens and whatnot. So, okay, the first one is quite okay because Note 4 is really nothing special. Ice and physical. Miyabi is still broken AF, I would say.
The final act begins now. Don't get scared now! Fire! Woo! Oh, who dares get between me and Lord Twinkle? You're gonna pay! Switch it up. Careful, don't get catch him off guard.
Note 5 done? I think this is Note 5, right? Now it's time for Note 6. I just want to take a moment and listen to the fan speed. It's definitely whirring quite loudly. 45 degrees Celsius. Interesting. And I'm still having no frame drops, so it's practically sustained performance with that fan. So now you get the idea why having an active cooler for your phone is so important. Active cooling will not cut it. These phone speakers are not bad either.
decree.
Oh my god.
Evil shall be purged. Yeah. Concentrate. Inadequate. An opening. What a nuisance. Switch it still. Scatter. My song is here. Urge corruption, restore clarity.
Surrender now! Pushing through!
Insignificant grapple. Shit. Let's make this quick. Concentrate. Music, stop the music. Purge corruption, restore clarity.
Quick! Get him while they're down! Oh, they're still standing.
Evil shall be purged.
Don't it?
Yeah! Focus. Switch it still.
Okay, Note 6 done. That robot was difficult. So now let's go for the last one. First one is the clown, second one I have no idea what the heck that is.
Don't get hit. Sorry. I'll make it painless. Here's a taste of the abyss. What's the corruption? Time for a surprise! Notice me. Lord,
Ouch!
Let's make this quick. Yeah, time for a surprise! You better not get my trust in. Take this! It won't hurt for long, I promise. Now, you're the prey. Perfect opportunity. No escape.
Oof! That boss was tanky. 46 degrees Celsius, okay.
Switch it still. Out decree.
I think I messed that up, but okay, never mind. We can go through with that. There's definitely some weird frame drops. Oh my god.
What a nuisance. Obliterate Foreman's hearing. Active green. Out of play. Ego shall be cursed. What a nuisance.
Okay, we are done. Oof. Okay, I spent like nearly half an hour in the game, and we were basically 60 FPS consistent throughout the entire gameplay. Remember, flower boss and also 4 nodes in the shield defense. That's amazing. Yay, free gems. And now for COD Mobile, I don't think I will do much here because if you can handle Zenless Zone Zero at that settings, this game wouldn't be an issue, right? Unless that it is horribly optimized, but this is not PUBG, so it should be fine. So ultra frame rates at the medium graphical settings. Again, I think that if we go for max and ultra frame rate at the same time, it should be fine because modern high-end chipsets are so powerful anyway. So all of these settings are what we are gonna use, and most importantly is the super resolution. Where is this? Yes, super resolution, so that this game is running at the native resolution of the screen. And I'm gonna copy all of these settings to BR mode. So let's head into a game of Battle Royale. Probably not gonna stay for long because again, if it can handle Zenless Zone Zero, this is not a problem. The fan is really... No joke, I can hear the fan. But this game is not that demanding anyway, so I don't think that the temperature will rise. But Zenless Zone Zero though, that was amazing. Oh, you can walk on cloth. Damn, this is so realistic. What the heck is that?
Down to the last 5 teams.
I don't have a proper scope. Done! 120 FPS consistently throughout the entire gameplay. That's amazing. Okay, for Wuthering Waves, this game is gonna be, well, very demanding. So I just want to show you that the settings we're using is well, basically everything at the absolute highest. We do have 90 FPS, which is good. Auto FPS disabled because this feature's really not good. And we do have Vulkan API and also frame generation, which I turn off the frame generation and see how things go without any fancy techniques first. Just the raw performance of the Snapdragon 8 Elite at the highest graphical settings. So I need to farm for the, what the heck again, the storekeeper.
Are we there yet? Hands off my friend. Bird of evolution. Echoes. Cadence. Chant. Songs of birds.
Smooth, fast, and I should also start recording. I don't know why I didn't record it. So let's just do that again because I need a lot of material anyway. Fast. I don't know why I do that, but yes, it's fast. We can do twice more, so let's go. Oh, this boss has some cooldown time before I can actually hit him. Okay, now I know. The frame rate, I think, does go up and down a little bit, but generally close to 90 FPS consistent. Oh, I have not unlocked the Sanguis whatever yet. But we'll do this first. Actually, I don't have to because I already have a very good echo set. This set for her. So I'm just doing this for fun. Because usually this fight is very intensive and I can see a lot of phones suffer with this part of the game. And we are consuming like 10 watts. Yeah, that's crazy. Ooh. 16 points. What? $18. Are they for real? If it really consumed this much power, wow. I don't think that tiny fan can survive. .48 degrees Celsius. no surprise there, because if it takes in that much power just to keep up with 90 FPS, yeah, that tiny fan will not do much. I mean, it definitely helps, but it cannot output more heat than it actually generates. How do you say this? It cannot cool as fast as it generates. Yes, your net flow of heat is not negative, so yeah, you will thermal throttle if it is indeed doing that much power. So you know what? A very good thing to do is actually to farm for, because the boss arena in Wuthering Waves is the same as the Zenless Zone Zero, so if we just render everything, let's see how demanding this is gonna be. Okay, it doesn't consume as much power as what we had just now, but 49 degrees Celsius still. We'll use this as the tool to test the phone. I really shouldn't talk and play at the same time. Oh my god. Can we listen to the fan a while? Ooh, the frame is real hot, toasty. So one thing that I have to say, usually when it comes to phones, anything above 2 digit of wattage consumption is real high. Even like 8 watts, 9 watts, 10 watts, it is real high. For it to constantly surpass 10 watts though, oh, that is magnificent, because only a active cooling system can do these kind of things. So you really do need a fan to go this high of a wattage and also sustain the performance without it instantly thermal throttling. But I want to see how long it will actually last. I don't really know why I'm farming with this boss. Actually, I don't really need this boss. I need the fallacy of no heroes, no return. 51 degrees Celsius. What's that sound? Oh, it says I played 2 hours of games, so I should stop. Yeah, this phone has that feature. Okay, let's go do this for the last time. Then we'll go out for the policy of no whatever. Temperature 51 degrees Celsius. Nah, this place is not really that demanding. It's only consuming like 6 watts something. I need it to consume more power. Ouch. Oof. Okay, I think that we are really done with Wuthering Waves. I mean, there was one battle there that consumed a lot of power, but everything else is like not even that much power consumption. I mean, the game is basically still 90 FPS quite consistently, even though we encountered very high power consumption areas in this game. 51 degrees Celsius, no signs of thermal throttling at all, which again is only possible because this phone has a fan. If it doesn't have a fan, it's gonna suffer. You might have realized that the screen is flickering a bit, and I'm not sure why. Probably it's due to the PWM dimming, and that's just a bit weird because usually it doesn't happen. Maybe it's because 60 FPS and the PWM dimming is in sync, so if the PWM dimming rate is divisible by 60, then yes, we can see the flickering. On camera, of course, not with our eyes. And overall, flying around, real smooth. 51 degrees Celsius is the highest that we can see. Power consumption not that high. Oh, we do have frame drops, but that is due to the loading of all of these things, and this whole place is very dense, so that's why I like flying around here, because no matter how powerful your phone is, it's gonna suffer. Even my PC is brought down to its knees with an RTX 3080 Ti. Of course, my resolution is real high, but still, the PC version of this game is much more beautiful than the phone version. So yeah, that is Wuthering Waves. One of the best that I've seen so far. So one thing I can tell you is that the phone is real hot because we just finished Wuthering Waves and straight into PUBG Mobile. But the temperature will drop with PUBG because this game is really not demanding at all. So as you can see, at most we can go is Smooth Ultra Extreme. It says here 120. Let's see if it actually goes 120 FPS. And yeah, let's hop into a game. And since we have to use our fingers to play anyway, I just want to do this. And then we can enable the shoulder buttons. This is the right button. Where's the left? Oh, left is here. Left, I want to go for attack. Right, I'm not sure. Probably aim button, which I have no idea where it is. So let's just put it as jump. Dog paws, I thought it's cheese. Yeah, we are getting 120 FPS. And despite this phone being so powerful, PUBG Mobile just doesn't utilize any of the power because this game is very old and not updated and also not optimized. Basically it is optimized, but for very old phones. Yeah, I don't think I'll stay in PUBG Mobile for long. 120 FPS not gonna be an issue for this game at all on this phone, of course. Any modern mid-range phones can also handle PUBG Mobile at its highest frame rate possible, so really nothing much to test here. Okay, now for War Thunder, again basically max out everything. We do have SGSR 1 and 2, which is the Snapdragon Super Resolution versions 1 and 2. I'm not gonna turn that on because we always test it with TAA. So now let's hop into a game and see how things go. The flickering is really annoying. So it says 120 here but 90 on V2 scene. I have no idea who to believe because the game is real smooth. What? One shot and I'm dead. My last tank. Okay, let's go. So about 7-ish watts. Overall gameplay real smooth. Again, because it has such a high thermal headroom before going into thermal throttling anyway, so we can just do whatever we want. Yeah, I'm bad at this game and I don't even try to be better in this game because I have other better things to play. Yay. And now for the analysis part, we can see Genshin Impact is running at 1920 by 869, quite high. And the average power consumption is at 5 watts only, so not really a problem there because 5 watts with a fan, that means it's not gonna be a problem at all. You can see the temperature did indeed rise and then it stabilized to around like 41 degrees Celsius throughout this latter half of the gameplay, which means that it has achieved equilibrium. Your total heat generated versus the total heat output is equal. So in this case, 41 degrees Celsius is the, well, I would say they ramped up the fan speed to be equal to the heat generated by the chipset, so that's why it's at 41 degrees Celsius consistently. Yeah, overall nothing much to see here, and then we can see some power spikes, but that's about it. Nothing out of the ordinary. Now, Zenless Zone Zero, the flower boss. Okay, that is the interesting one, right? So Zenless Zone Zero, the render resolution is slightly lower compared to the Genshin Impact. So 1861 by 842, 7 watts of power consumed throughout the entire gameplay, as in the average. So we can see the power consumption did spike up to around nearly 10 watts for a split second, but generally stuck to somewhere around like 7-ish watts. So you can see it's quite consistent at 60 FPS, although there are some frame dips here and there. Not really a big issue because the overall gameplay was super smooth, and it is at 44 degrees Celsius at most. Okay, so nothing much to see here. The second entry for Zenless Zone Zero here is gonna be much more interesting because we were doing all of the shield defense nodes 4, 5, 6, and 7. Each time you see a frame dip, it's either we are loading the next node or we are transitioning from the first half to the second half. So ignore all of the dips here, and so far I can see the frame rate is pretty much 60 FPS consistent as well, so that is amazing. Again, temperature kept on rising. 46 degrees Celsius is when we ended, and we started at like what, 44 degrees Celsius, so 2 degrees out of like 17 minutes is amazing. Yeah, real good. And we can see the power consumption, it spiked up and down a bit, but overall still not an issue for this phone because of that fan. Having a fan really does help a lot. COD Mobile, really nothing much to talk about because this game is also not that demanding. It's just very well optimized with all of the modern graphical settings. And then we can see 2066 by 1216 pixels render resolution, average power consumed 4 watts. So yeah, no problems there. Real consistent 120 FPS. Wuthering Waves is interesting because when we started recording, we also teleported here and there, so that's why the frame rate did dip to near 0 FPS. Just ignore all of that. Overall frame rate is really stable at nearly 90 FPS all of the time when we were playing, especially in combat, because this game is very combat intensive, action intensive. And we can see the power consumption. I'm not sure why it reached more than 18 watts at first, because that place where you farm all of the echoes for the crazy woman, the Frolova, that place will take in more than 18 watts of power for some split second. And you can see these power spikes, again, no idea why. And then there's also some in the later half here that spiked more than 10 watts as well. It's really high in terms of power consumption, and we can see the highest temperature is 51 degrees Celsius. I have no idea why it consumed that much power. I'm kind of curious to know why there's a power spike, but overall this phone still handled it like a champ. There is no signs of thermal throttling, no signs of frame drops, and all of the games that we've tried here today is amazing. PUBG Mobile, nothing much to talk about, 720p, blah blah blah, 120 FPS, consistent, yada yada, consumes about like 4.6 watts, okay. And then War Thunder Mobile. With ray tracing turned on and whatnot, we can achieve 90 FPS rather consistently. I think those dips was when I got shot and you know I have to respawn. Render resolution 2384 by 1080 pixels, and you can see the frame rate is also very stable, so really nothing much to talk here as well. So the only one outlier here which I think is worth highlighting is Wuthering Waves. For whatever reason, they are really high power consumption spikes for like, I don't know, for split seconds or whatnot. Actually, it's not split second, it's there for quite some time because we played this game for nearly 20 minutes. And you can see this part is at least a few seconds above 10 watts. So within that few seconds, the temperature can rise a lot. So if we head back here, you can see this temperature graph, this little orange line here is like a staircase. So it just kept on rising until it is at 51 degrees Celsius. Thanks to the fan, of course the fan was getting real loud because it has to suck in a lot more air just to cool down the chipset. It still managed to handle it like a champ without any frame drops. There were no frame drops, no signs of thermal throttling, and I'm just really amazed. Of course, the power consumption is also gonna affect the battery life. So we started off at I think nearly 100% and we are now down to 55%. Yeah, 55%. So yeah, overall this phone is certainly in a league of its own thanks to the fan. Yeah, having a fan really helps a lot, and that is why I kept saying that if you want the best performance possible without doing much optimization or tuning or whatsoever, then it is best to just use an active cooler for your phone. Of course, you will lose the IP rating because if you look at it this way, I'm not sure if it can show. Let me turn on the RGB lights. Yeah, there we go. We can see right now. If you look in that hole, this hole is where the fan takes in air, and this is where the air is exhausted on the other end. So it basically takes in air here and then goes through the entire phone and then exhausts air here. I will also use the thermal camera to take an image of this phone so you can see how the heat moves around. So yeah, that is amazing. I'm just really impressed with the performance of the RedMagic 10S Pro. By just having a fan, it makes all the difference. So if you have any other questions regarding this phone, then do leave them down in the comment section below. I will do more videos with this phone because it's just really amazing. So yeah, we'll see you guys in the next video.